Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson. Just when you thought the commentary around Shannon Sharpe and his $50 million lawsuit had calmed down, Eddie Griffin would jump in to provide his thoughts on the matter via his YouTube series, NNN. Griffin would begin his segment with the joke saying Shannon is not that sharp after all, due to him getting finessed by a 19-year-old. Griffin would even echo the thoughts of many by saying, Shannon should have listened to Monique and Cat Williams when they were guests on his Club Shay Shay podcast. Now, Monique would directly tell Shannon he needs to get his old A and get somebody to love him while describing the type of woman Sharpe needs in his life. An old fat gal that can bake good cake, make smothered turkey wings that will rub his feet. She would go on to specifically tell Sharpe he doesn't need a 26-year-old or a 36-year-old girl, which Shannon objected to. After Monique, Griffin would also mention Cat Williams, who also sat across from Sharpe for Club Shay Shay. Griffin said Shannon should have listened to Cat's warnings too, as he told Sharpe about the dangers of a white woman by mentioning what Jonathan Majors went through with his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari, who is also white. Cat would say, I think white women are as great as any other woman, but I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You can be Kang the Conqueror and they can take your rabbit A down in 2 weekends. After mentioning both Cat and Monique, just like the internet did when the original lawsuit dropped, Griffin would simply tell his viewers, rich black men and white women don't go together. He would then begin listing several examples of rich black men with white women that didn't work out well for the black men. Griffin's list included O.J. Simpson, Tiger Woods, and Bill Cosby.
Rich niggas and white women don't go together. There's a long track record. O.J. killed his white woman, still had problems to the day he died. Tiger Woods married one, and she left with damn near $500 million. Tiger way better than me. I'd have been a dead on my watch. Bill Cosby was potentially in jail for life for 73 of the oldest, ugliest white women I have ever seen. Tight end, like that tight end. Played the right position, boy. Tight end, like that tight end. You can catch that football. Now you done caught a case. Play your position, I said. You like to play in your position.
Now, this isn't the first time Griffin has spoken on Shannon Sharpe. The two have history, which includes Griffin making jokes at Sharpe's expense in his sexuality. Now, if you remember just last year, Sharpe was the topic of discussion amid his record-breaking interview with Cat Williams. Griffin was one of many stand-up comedians to poke fun at Sharpe and his sexuality during a stand-up comedy performance.
And Club Shay Shay. Yeah, Shay Shay. Gay. I don't give a fuck, that nigga gay, nigga. That nigga sitting there with them tight-ass pants on, with his balls and dick all over Cat's face. And you remember Cat kept looking the other way. You can tell how that nigga drink, nigga, he gay, nigga. He kept on saying, now, Cat. That's dick lips, nigga. That motherfucker had dick on them lips. Don't no nigga drink like that. Now, Cat. Dick lip mother.
Now, at the time, comedians like Griffin and Mike Epps calling Shannon Sharpe gay appeared to get under the media personality's skin, as he addressed Epps while on his Nightcap podcast. The two would eventually make amends. However, when Griffin made his own jokes, Sharpe would once again address the issue without saying Griffin's name. Sharpe would say he hopes comedians aren't just calling him gay because they ran out of jokes. Eventually, they'll have to get back to comedy again. Soon after Sharpe addressed the issue of comedians constantly taking jabs at him, Griffin would end up resharing an article from Radiant Media, with whom he was in business with. That article would contain an apology that said, although Griffin has no direct communication with Sharpe, he conveyed his apology through an intermediary familiar with Sharpe. Reflecting on the situation, Griffin likened himself to a shark taking the bait, acknowledging his role in perpetuating the jest. He emphasized that his intention was solely to entertain and not to sow discord. Griffin underscored the importance of prudence in workplace humor, recognizing the influence his words may wield. The jest, Griffin clarified, was a commentary rather than a factual assertion about Sharpe's sexual orientation. He hopes for Sharpe's acceptance of his apology, aiming to move past the incident amicably. Griffin extends his apologies to both his and Sharpe's fans, reaffirming his respect for Sharpe as they navigate this episode. Interestingly enough, the apology was given via written statement, and Griffin himself made no other comments on the situation, making some wonder if the apology was written on Griffin's behalf by the media company in order to defuse the situation from escalating any further and ruining any potential business. So, what do you guys think about Eddie Griffin roasting Shannon Sharpe for his $50 million lawsuit? Let us know in the comments below. And stay up to date with the latest news and comedy by subscribing right here to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell and select all so you can receive notifications to all of our content and not just some. Check out Hypers Club for all your cool and original merchandise and content. And for our YouTube viewers, if you like this story, send us a super thanks by hitting the button below, and you can tip us what you want to show your support. Reporting live from Hyper Club House in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.